Hello, this is H.G. Bailey, and welcome back to Let's Play SimCity! Let's build one last city here in practice, this time with maximum optimization. By that, I mean trying to reduce or eliminate as many of the problems or complaints on the city as much as possible. Like crime and unemployment, I can completely eliminate those. Pollution, not so much. Let's see, I would like to build a stadium to unlock the zoo gift as early as possible. And the way I'm going to be building this city is with a column build from before, but this time I'm going to be distributing the zones very differently. Like, I'm going to have the residential zones mostly in the center of the city. Then I'm going to have them surrounded mostly by a layer of commercial zones. So that way they'll serve as a barrier between the residential zones and the industrial zones that are going to be along the edge of the city. The reason I do that is because the farther you are away from the center of the city, the lower the land value is going to be. And industrial zones don't care about land value, so I might as well put them as far away from the center as I can. But there's also another reason to that. Like over here, I'm going to put as many industrial zones stacked up here as I can instead of like spreading them out more to reduce pollution, only at the very start of the city. And the reason is because, let's say instead of two small columns, I would have maybe one long column of industrial zones. Yeah, that would reduce pollution, but that would move the center of the city further southeast, and that could make developing some of these commercial zones up here much more difficult. And I want to develop all of them into C-tops. So this will make that a lot easier, so the center of the city is closer over to them. Now let's see, to get to that upper right industrial zone there. Let's see, well before I do that, hold on. Let's get some parks going here. So the 4x4 grid for these two commercial zones is right here. So let's fill up as much of that with parks as I can. That'll really help out their land value. And then go over here to get to the industrial zone in the back there. And there's going to be more to how I'm going to be developing this area eventually. Okay, then over here, let's get you guys set up there. And then, let's see, a little bit over there. Get everything connected without disrupting the parks there. And I'm going to be putting a gift over here eventually. Let's see, with these commercial zones, the 4x4 grid is right here. So let's put some parks here. And I want to build the parks up a bit more to help these commercial zones, because they probably won't develop into C-tops without the help. If I need to, I could make more, but I think that'll be good enough. Yeah, that ought to be good. Then let's lower taxes to 5% to help out with the demand of each zone type. Reduce fire department funding to 71% so people won't complain about it. I'm not going to build a fire department right away because I don't want to have to pay for it early on. And then, let's see, I think we're good to go. So yeah, the industrial zone should not interfere with the development of my commercial and residential zones. Basically what I want to do is build in this direction for my residential and commercial zones. And then once I've gotten them developed, the C-tops, then I'll build some industrial zones along the edge of the island up there. So it'll kind of follow them in that direction. You don't need to power up the stadium. It'll be fine. And once you have a stadium and become a town, you unlock the zoo gift 6 months after you became a town. I don't know why there's a delay on that. It's really weird. Every other gift does not work that way. But the zoo does. So we'll just deal with it. But I want to get it by like October or November probably. So that way I can partake in the special income that it produces for us. But yeah, one thing about optimizing the development of the city is not just the way everything is set up, but the order in which you do everything. That's really critical. This is really more about how to develop a city, not just having a map and then copy-paste everything. Wow, the residential zones are developing fast. A little too fast, actually. Because the demand is crashing on the residential zones now. But alright, let's put our zoo over there. And then let's just wait a little more. Let's see, how are we doing on residential zone levels? Whoops. Let's take a look at that. Okay, so we've got 11, 21, 23 already. Plus the 9 would give me 32 residential zones. But I don't want to build more residential zones yet because the demand is busy crashing over there. So that even if I built more residential zones that could become a school or a hospital, the residential zones could regress and then eliminate those schools and hospitals. So I'm going to leave things alone for now. Eventually, residential demand will pick back up. It'll just take a little while. But let's see how we're doing here as far as complaints go. Yeah, pollution is going to be a bit of a problem early on, just because of how condensed I have them there. But ultimately, they will be more spread out. I will demolish a lot of those industrial zones eventually. So I'm not going to build anything more right now. Let's see how crime is doing. Let's see, I'm not worried about it very much over by the industrial zones. They don't care about that. But these ones I do care about. However, I can't build a police station over here or maybe over here yet, like I have in the map and the video description there, because that would interfere with the land value right now. So as long as the crime isn't getting like too high there, it's okay. We can leave that alone until, well, I need residential demand to come back so they can or get developing again. So I'm just leaving the tax rate at 5%. I don't want to drop it anymore because loss of income would be too much there. I think 5% is a good balance between increasing zone demand with having some amount of income to pay for everything. Okay, residential demand is coming back. And we become a city. Very nice. Let's see how our residential levels are doing now. Let's see, we've got 10, 19, 22. One more residential level, and we'll be good to go. One more. Any residential zone, develop. Develop, damn you! Okay, so let's see what we got going now. Should be 23. Yeah, 20 and 3. Plus the 9 residential zones. We've got our 32 residential levels. So hospitals and schools can start developing. It's a 1 in 4 chance of a residential zone developing in that way. Let's see, with commercial zones, I'm going to be going over here. Because if I build them here right now, that'll interfere with these guys' development. And if I build them here, that'll interfere with these guys. These are actually pretty hard to develop normally because they're so far away from the edge of the city, but it can be done. So let's see, over here, let's get those rails going like that. Why don't we build a few more industrial zones as well? Generally, my rule of thumb for zone distribution is 4 residential, 2 commercial, 3 industrial. And that seems to work for the most part, but sometimes one zone type is developing way better than another. Oh wow, we've almost got a C-top there. Nice. So yeah, I will have to deviate from the 4-2-3 rule, depending on the situation. Okay, so with these commercial zones, the 4x4 area is right there, but this is not going to be enough to get the job done. So let me see here. I'm just thinking about how exactly I want to handle this. Now, I don't want to build some rails here for the residential zones because that would also interfere with the land value. So let's go all the way around the back here to avoid that. That should be fine. I need this column of, well, land to be free. Whoops. I need that land to be free for when I develop these commercial zones eventually. So, and these ones need all the help we can get. So, not only am I going to build in the center 4x4 area, I'm going to get some spillover land value to help there. I almost said spillover JP, but no, that's another game, viewers. Okay, I think that's about as good as we can get. And then, let's see, why don't we just, yeah, we can connect power that way. Get that going. Okay, so we've got all that. We're looking good over here. I like building more industrial zones than I actually need early on, because I want to try and help out residential and commercial demand as much as possible. Let's see, I think we can go back up to 7% on taxes now. And we'll see how the residentials develop. Get that moving. Hopefully I'll get at least one hospital or school out of these. Alright, we got our hospital. Anything else? Let's wait a moment. Hey, we got both of them. Nice. Okay, so for that, let's get a couple more residential zones to, what is it? Yeah, to replace those. And the nice thing about this is that I know they can't develop into a school or hospital because I don't have the residential zones or residential levels to deal with that. So I know that I can put these safely next to a gift without risking them becoming a school or hospital and getting in the way of some of my C-tops. But, okay, our zone demand is looking really good at this point. I'm thinking if I want to raise taxes a little more. I don't think so. Looks like commercial has a little less than perfect demand. So I'll just leave that alone for now. Let's see how we're doing over here. Okay, so yeah, we can do some stuff with crime eventually. And taxes, but for now I need the money. Gotta pay for this stuff somehow. Okay, so let's see. I think I can build one down here a bit. It's not exactly an ideal location. Ideally, I'd put them here, but my commercial zones haven't developed there yet. I'm just thinking maybe I could build one here. No, I don't think so. Not without a gift. Okay, so let's build one here. It'll help a little bit. And then, let's see. I'm thinking if I want to build more zones right now. I don't think so. Because, let's see. Well, I can't build here because I need the land value for these. I can't build these ones yet. Because, what was that? Because of... Yeah, I haven't gotten over here yet. And I can't build these ones because, yeah, they're all kind of interfering with each other. So I kind of have to spread out my efforts of building commercial zones. So, like, I'll be building one in this column over here. and then eventually building some over here, so that way I can get 2 C-tops developing at the same time without interfering with each other. But at the start, there's not really a whole lot we can do about it. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave that alone. We got the... Oh yeah, I need power to the police department. Thanks for the reminder, viewers. Yeah, why don't we just go over there? Oh, and by the way, once you become a city, you... what is it? You can unlock the bank gift if you're below $2,000. But I'm not there yet. So for now, let's leave that as is. Don't blow all your money in one spot. Oh, I just noticed the school and hospital are kind of in unfortunate locations there. I can't develop an R-top out of them now. I mean, whatever, it's not a big deal. I'll fix it later. Oh, and we need a fire department. Okay, well, we got away with not having to pay for one for 2 years, so I'll take what I can get. Just keep an eye on the commercial zone demand there. That's my biggest concern. I almost don't even care about R-tops, really. As long as my zones are developing, that's really all that matters. Hey, we got our first C-top. So I'm going to build some industrial zones here in my next building session. But for now, I'm just going to leave it as is. Would be nice if I could get the 2 middle commercial zones to become a C-top. Wow, these ones are developing fast. And by the way, that's just random chance of that happening. That has nothing to do with all of the land value I got. All that affects is the class of the zone there. Land value has nothing to do with the rate of your growth. So yeah, don't really worry about that. Okay, so let me see. I think I can build some more. Like I could get a couple commercial zones here. I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, why don't we do that? Okay, so we'll get that and try to get as much of, well, as much land value as I can out of that. Let's see, the relevant 4x4 area is right there. So not a whole lot I can do about that. Why don't we actually move the power line up here so I can get another bit of land value out of that. Okay, and then let's see, from here, I'm just seeing where I can go with this. Okay, let's go up there, and then a little bit there. Let's see, yeah, that's about the best I can do, but they should be able to develop into a high class. Let me see how many residential zone levels we got now. Okay, so we've got 19, let's see, 29, or wait a minute. No, yeah, 19, 29. Yeah, we don't have enough for more schools and hospitals. So why don't we just see what we can do otherwise? Okay, so I know I'm not going to get more schools and hospitals. So why don't we build as much by my gifts as I can. And then I want to try and get the bank gift unlocked. I'm just not sure of where I'm going to, or how I'm going to do that. Because I'm thinking about building another police department, maybe closer around here. But these ones aren't developed yet. And I don't think I want to build my police department here yet, because I need help for these ones. Gotta be something I can spend my money on. Okay, so... Oh, I got the industrial zones over here. Yeah, we can do that. Let's get the rails going over here. And then, let's see, let's not demolish everything yet. Let's just get the one over here. I don't want to build one next to these guys because of the pollution yet. So I think I'm just going to leave that alone. See, maybe I could put some parks around here. Yeah, why don't we do that? Okay, so your land value is like around there. Okay, that'll get me below the 2,000 to unlock the bank gift. There you go. However, I am not going to be taking advantage of the loan. If you know how to generate income with your taxes, you really don't need the money. And let's see, why don't we... how's the demand looking? Let's wait a little bit for industrial demand to catch up. And then I'll probably raise the taxes a bit, but not yet. Oh, how many residential or industrial zones do we got? Let's see, 13? I'm just thinking if that's as much as I would want. Let's see, we've got 8 commercial zones, so yeah, that'll do. I could build more, and I probably will eventually, but not right now. Let's just get through to the end of the year. Hopefully, my residential zones will fuse together properly. If not, there's going to be consequences. Alright, so far, the commercial zones are doing good over there. Alright, so we got that. Let me see how demand is looking. Yeah, industrial demand's a bit light. I'll think about it. But for now, we've got all of that going. We've got the stadium ready to go. Got a good start on the city. Hopefully we can get these to develop and get more schools and hospitals. But can we develop this city into a capital? Find out next time on Let's Play SimCity! This is H.G. Bailey, signing off. Have a good day!